Welcome to the deep dive.
Mhm.
Today, we're doing something a bit different. We've got our hands on some recent travel notes from a family. Yeah, charting their trip from Toronto all the way to Niagara Falls.
Hmm.
And our mission here really is to explore how they actually navigated it all. You know, the twists and turns of modern travel, what surprising things popped up, especially with the little one in tow.
And what a successful trip even means when things don't go to plan.
Exactly. Because, let's be honest, who hasn't had that perfect plan just, poof, vanish the second you start? We're going to see how this family rolled with it.
And what's really interesting in these notes is how quickly it moves past just like the schedule. It becomes more about appreciating things, dealing with the unexpected.
Finding joy in the small stuff.
Precisely. Even when the big picture gets kind of messy.
Okay, so let's dive in. Day one in Toronto. The notes sound pretty excited, you know. First full day,
Yeah.
They had a clear plan. 10 a.m. ferry, Center Island, Centerville Amusement Park. Sounds pretty standard, a good family plan.
Yeah, sounds great on paper. Full of potential.
Right, but cue the curveball.
Mm-hmm.
The baby,
Hmm.
and you can almost hear the sigh in the notes, decided that was the morning to sleep in. Until 9 a.m.
Oh, wow.
They even wrote, if only he does that at home, but nope, he wants to sleep in on first day of vacation. So by the time breakfast, diapers, all that jazz was done, it's 10:03 theirs.
And the ferry?
Long gone. Missed it.
Okay, so right off the bat, the plan's out the window.
Instantly. And it kind of sets the stage, doesn't it? How fast even simple plans can just unravel with kids. What's your take on that initial moment missing the boat? Quite literally.
Well, it's definitely more than just a schedule change. It's like the first signal that, okay, this trip isn't going to be about ticking boxes perfectly. But what's really striking is what they write immediately after that. Despite missing the ferry, the parent talks about the baby proudly shouting while munching on a muffin.
Oh, okay.
And they add, that was enough to make my morning.
Yeah.
It's not just a cute little story, right? It feels like they're setting their own rule for the trip. Focus on these moments, the small joys.
That's a great point. So Center Island is out. Time for Plan B. And you can feel their determination in the notes, like, we missed our first flight, but we still made it. We are not going to let a baby oversleeping in a ferry stop us.
Haha, yeah, you can feel the resolve.
Full resolve. So quick pivot, Ripley's Aquarium.
Okay, aquarium it is.
Now, the notes get really honest here about the aquarium itself. The parent admits, like, personally not a big fan of aquariums.
Uh-huh.
After being to so many. They all feel the same.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And apparently the kid was only somewhat amused for maybe the first half hour, then got tired. Even the big underwater tank walkthrough was just interesting, but not life-changing.
Yeah, paints a picture, doesn't it? And, you know, that really shows something we see a lot in family travel. You compromise, right?
Definitely.
You do things maybe you aren't thrilled about for the sake of the family experience, even if it doesn't turn out to be like this amazing revelation for everyone. It wasn't about the parent loving the fit.
It was about doing it together.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
effort.
But then, speaking of unexpected things, lunch turned out to be a much bigger hit. They stopped at a place called Foden Gok Yen 3.
Okay.
And the notes are like, wow, this place felt fancy and high-end, especially compared to what they're used to back in Boston, where, let's just say, customer service isn't always the focus, according to them.
Ah, the service stood out.
Big time. They really noticed the effort to go above and beyond, said it was really appreciated. And the food,
Yeah.
good, solid pho, met expectations.
See, that's the delightful part of travel sometimes, isn't it? Finding that unexpected gem. You think you're just grabbing a quick lunch and suddenly the service or the atmosphere just elevates the whole thing.
Totally. It can really make a difference. So after lunch, they hopped on the train back to the hotel. Found it pretty easy, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, buying passes on the phone, tapping to go, all that. And they give a big shout out to Google Maps, calling it a life changer for getting around.
Always helpful, yeah.
And here's another one of those little moments, like the muffin. My son loves seeing the train, and he had a blast being on one as well, so totally worth it.
Ah, that's sweet. And again, it's the simple things, right? Efficient transport isn't just convenient. For a kid, it can be the main event.
It really can. It lets the parent just enjoy the kid's excitement.
Frees them up from the stress of navigation for a bit, reinforces that theme, finding joy where you might not expect it.
Definitely. So, back at the hotel, nap time looms.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of, like, battling the baby for a 2-hour nap in the room,
Yeah.
they made a call. Like, let's just drive to Niagara Falls now. It's about 2.5 hours, maybe more with traffic. They figured the baby might sleep in the car.
Strategic move, use the travel time for the nap.
Exactly. But this is where the notes hit another snag, the Toronto traffic.
Ah, yes. Toronto traffic.
They write, I'm still in shock how much traffic there was. And then I escaped Boston to relax, not sit in traffic for hours. Sounds like it really got to them.
I bet.
Yeah, ending with, I would need to dig deep and really reconsider if I want to go back. That's strong.
It really is. And that disconnect is so common, isn't it? You go on vacation expecting relaxation, ease,
Yeah, escape.
and then reality hits you with, well, gridlock. It totally challenges your idea of the place. And you can see how it might make them think twice about a return trip.
So true. But okay, the Niagara journey wasn't done throwing curveballs yet. They planned a pit stop at Costco.
Okay, Costco break. Makes sense.
Apparently, the partner loves Costco, but payment problem.
Oh, no! What happened?
Canadian Costco only takes Mastercard. They only had Visa, which, as they point out, is the total opposite of the USA.
Wow, that's a specific hurdle.
Right, so couldn't buy a thing. And worse, they'd apparently promised the little guy Costco pizza.
Oof. Broken pizza promise. That's tough.
Had to walk away empty-handed and disappointed. Adaptability kicks in again.
Okay, what did they do?
Found a Pizza Hut nearby. Ended up buying, quote, 3x more pizza than planned.
Haha, of course.
But they add, it's okay as long as he's happy.
And there it is again. It's such a clear example of rolling with the punches, right? Prioritizing the kid's happiness over the little frustration of the Costco fail.
Totally.
You just got to let the small stuff go sometimes when you travel, find another way, keep the mood positive.
Exactly. So they finally make it, Niagara Falls, this huge, majestic waterfall. They've driven hours, navigated traffic, dealt with payment issues to see.
The grand finale.
And the notes deliver this absolute gem of irony. Their son, not amused.
Get out, really?
Yep. Let out the biggest yawn while we were taking a picture in front of the waterfall.
Oh, that is classic toddler behavior. You build up this big moment and they're just meh.
Completely meh. So after everything, the missed ferry, the K aquarium, the traffic, the Costco incident, the pizza detour, they get to the main event and the star is unimpressed. What do we even make of that?
Well, the parent actually tells us exactly what to make of it right after mentioning the yawn. They write, but you know what? It was still worth it. And then the key line, it's the journey that matters and not always the end of result.
There it is.
Yeah. It wasn't just about seeing the water crashing down. It was about the whole chaotic, unpredictable, shared experience of getting there. The challenges, the laughs, figuring things out together. That's where they found the value.
That makes so much sense. It wasn't about the waterfall's reaction to them, but their reaction to the whole day.
Exactly. So they spent a few hours there, took it in for themselves before heading back to the hotel. The notes say the sun eventually settled down after an eventful day, too.
Eventful is definitely the word. What a day. So looking back at all this, I mean, the big takeaways seem pretty clear, don't they? Adaptability is just non-negotiable.
Absolutely key.
And finding those little sparks of joy, like the muffin or the train ride when the big plans go sideways.
And redefining what memorable even means. It's not always the flawless execution, is it?
Not at all. It's often navigating the mess together. The resilience.
Which, brings up a really interesting question for you, the listener. How could shifting your focus a bit, maybe less on the perfect plan, the ideal outcome,
And more on embracing the actual journey.
yeah, with all its, bumps and surprises, both the good and the challenging, how might that change your next trip? Or even just like your regular day-to-day life?
That's a great thought to leave people with. Because sometimes, maybe those memories that really stick, the ones you cherish, they aren't from the perfect days.
Right. They're born from figuring out the unexpected turns together.
Thanks for diving deep with us on this one. Lots to think about there.